With the spike of carjackings in our community, it's a problem that we've been talking about for months. And this morning we're focusing on two communities facing this problem. First up, let's go to Fairfax County, where a carjacking ends in a stunning crash at a gas station. We got our hands on this exclusive surveillance video from the moment that it happened. Police do have the driver in custody this morning. And our Katie Lusso, walks us through the video and the police call coming up at 6:30. In D.C. this morning, the search continues for a second teenager in connection with an attempted carjacking that led to a 13-year-old boy's death over the weekend. Now take a good look at this surveillance photo because police need your help to find him. We're also learning more about the boy who was killed as he attempted to carjack a federal agent. Jess Arnold joins us now live where that shooting took place in Northwest. And Jess, I know you looked into police data on carjackings about 2 hours ago. What are the latest numbers?
Yeah, well, it says year to date, D.C. has seen 827 total carjackings, which is more than double what we saw at this time last year. I also took a look at those arrests, and only a fraction of those cases have resulted in arrests so far, but about 2/3 of those arrests were of juveniles. So this is definitely a huge problem, which is why the city is focusing on juveniles when it comes to carjackings. Now, police, as you mentioned, are also looking for another young person in connection with Saturday night's fatal shooting that was connected to that attempted carjacking. You can see him on your screen. They believe that he's one of the two teens who approached a federal security officer Saturday night as he was waiting in his car for his shift to start. Police say that they told him to get out and turn over the car. The officer did get out and then fatally shot 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr. in the chest. We also just learned that Tony Jr. attended Kelly Miller Middle School in Northeast D.C. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is pushing for harsher consequences for teens who commit crimes. She told us that some kids that are repeat offenders should be detained as they await trial instead of being sent to shelters or back home.
We have children who are doing carjackings. It's probably not a single one that they've done or have been arrested for.
So D.C. City Administrator Kevin Donahue announced yesterday at a roundtable that they were launching a 211 warm line. It's supposed to offer resources to families who are worried that their kid is at risk. And then starting next year, he said that they'll be able to report what they believe is imminent threats of gun violence to their children. I actually gave that number a call this morning to make sure it was working, see what it said. And it was a recorded message that said that they're open 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. to take calls, but you can leave a voicemail for them if you'd like a team member to call you back at a later time. Wisdom.
All right, Jess, in addition to the warm line, the city administration has talked about other violence reduction programs for D.C. kids.
Yeah. Kevin Donahue talked about a lot of school-based programs. One of them, he said, is starting this year. Some schools were able to offer distance learning to kids who administrators or their parents might believe are at a safety risk if they do come into the building. They also said they rolled out a curriculum this year for some middle and high schoolers that's called Too Good for Violence, that addresses violence in that school setting. All of this, of course, is to try to help kids steer clear of that violence so they don't end up hurting themselves or others. In Northwest D.C., Jess Arnold, WUSA 9.